Hi, I'm FearlessKoolaid. I'm a staff member for Helping Hands, which is a VR community. So I've been playing video games for ever since I can remember. I started playing on like Nintendo 64, Game Boy, and like GameCube. I've just loved just come home from school and just play those games because I kind of had a hard time with just in school in general and having that escape of just playing those games. Just playing against the computer, I don't even have to play with like a sibling. It's just fun. How video games have impacted my life have been like going through school. It was a good stress reliever because not having people to go to, like I had friends at school, but not really people I'd call good friends. But coming home and playing a game to just get my mind off of the stress of school and stuff like that, it really helped me mentally. Now, like here in VR, I'm in the real world having a job and stuff like that. I come home and I am just wiped out, tired. It's good to sit down and still hang out with friends. It gets my mind off of things. And that's a good feeling to have. Meeting new people and stuff like that, like here in like just VRChat in general. Like I met like a deaf person here in VR, and it's grown into this entire community that we call Helping Hands. It's influenced me to learn sign language, take classes in the real life and stuff like that. You'll be surprised, but yeah, we can actually do sign language here in VR. Like just sign language, that's a sign right there. Like can you understand me? That in its own is just cool. So going in further on like just sign language here in VR, we have like actual deaf teachers that will hold sessions like pretty much every day of the week for like different sign languages like ASL, BSL, uh, like British, American Sign Language, British Sign Language, French Sign Language, Korean Sign Language, German Sign Language. We have classes, at least one of those every week. And learning from a deaf person and actually showing the actual signs with like a list of just words right behind them, going through, showing it, and expressing deaf culture in a way possible that you couldn't really get to in the real world because of maybe money, because you can't go to college, just not having the time or schedule for it. It's really awesome to see that people actually love learning sign language. Like for me, being a staff member for Helping Hands, I wanted to do some sort of like charity drive or something. Like I had like an artist in the community. They made stickers. They drew it and then I purchased it, and all the proceeds that we collect and sell to people in the community goes towards a charity. I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I got like handwritten stuff sent to me saying thank you for it, and I was like, it really shocked me. It's one of those things that kind of hit you right in the heart. So one of my favorite video games would have to be Undertale, and my reason for picking that game is because you have choices, and how you go about those choices, it changes it alters the game as you go on. And it's kind of a short game, but once you get towards the end of it, it kind of recaps everything that you just kind of just did, and it realizes the choices that you made impacted people. And depending on those choices, it could be good or it could be bad. And the good like route that you go through, it is just beautiful to see how like the characters are and how alive they actually can be. All the characters have different personalities, and it almost feels like you actually know them once you've played the game through. But then going through the bad route, it comes down to it to where you actually kind of think about it and recap like, I kind of hurt all these people after you kind of knew them. And it kind of hurts a little because sometimes you don't think about that. One of my favorite lines in the game is like, take care of yourself because someone's thinking about you. It's not something you think about, but it's very true at the same time. Whether or not you believe it or not, it's true. And it kind of hits home at that one moment in the game. The characters, the meaning that it delivers in its own dialogue, and just the story behind it, it just all packs it into one small itty bitty cheap game that I could play over and over again because it's just great to just feeling like I'm meeting old friends even though they're just in a little game. So something I want to tell people that don't really play games or VR or anything like that, like just know that the people that are playing those games and stuff are trying to have an escape because sometimes their lives are not the way that they can control it. And having a video game to go to or people that you meet in those games and talk to is in a way, it's a sense of therapy. Believe it or not, it can be. Being able to come here into VR and just see friends and meet different people and different cultures and stuff like that, it's almost a sense of just peace of having those friends and just talk to them and express yourself to people that actually want to express themselves that they can't in the real world. Not all games are the same. Every single one of them is different with different audiences and different ways of influencing people.